Hi. Hello, Anna. Hello, Eldar. Bonjour, bonjour. can't stay too long, but wanted to drop in for a hi. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And you too, Anna. I'm sorry, a bit late for the stream. I was late out from work, and I had to go to a few stores, and then I got home late, and I had to eat, and I had to feed Nunu. But I'm here. Yay! I hope you guys can hear me. I had some issues with the audio. Can hear you. Nice. Doing well, thanks. Just been timing it wrong to catch up the streams, but we'll try to make it when I can. Oh, that's okay. I haven't really streamed a lot. I did one stream on... was it Saturday? And then I haven't streamed for a week before then, so you haven't missed anything, I think. I'm doing KCD Wednesday at the same time as now. That is the plan. I'm playing some Stardew Valley and watching your stream, so I'm very good and cozy. Good to hear. Thursdays are ironically my freest days, and nobody ever streams on a Thursday. Yeah, I have... I go to the gym after work on Thursdays. And usually after the gym, I'm super tired. But, you know, I might do a stream on a Thursday if I have enough energy. Watch streak reached. Anna is currently on a 10 streak? Damn! That's wild. You did once, and Karma rewarded you with a warhorse raid. That is true, and I completely forgot it was Thursday that day. So I have to do it again then to get another raid from him? No, I'm joking. I am just joking. But I want to do more streams. It's just been a lot lately, so I'm taking it day by day, as they say. Me too, but never know what happens when you switch it up. That is true. And also, in December I have 2 weeks off. So I'm thinking a lot of streams in December. We can have Christmas streams. That will be nice. Yeah, looking forward to it. Manifesting another Warhorse raid. They have to start streaming more often. Like, they only show up when there's a DLC, so we need a new DLC immediately, or they have to start a playthrough. It is a strange universe, I agree. Juleferie. Yes. Christmas vacation! I worked last Christmas, so it was my turn to get this one off. And I'm excited. I have heated bouillon. Is that a word? Yeah. As my beverage today. In a cute mug with an adorable sheep. Trying to show it without spilling everything. Isn't it cute? Super cute. And it says, to knit or not to knit. I'm not good at knitting, but I'm good at, well, define good, but I do a lot of crocheting. Hey Mandy! Hello, lovely. You lovely. You lovely Mandy. It's good to see you. Nunu is in my bed because unfortunately she ate her food too fast. And she almost threw it up again, but I think she's fine. But she will grace us with her queenness when she feels like it. For the first time in 5 years, I finish all my exams before Christmas, so I don't have any exams in January. Woo! Go Anna! I do not miss exam periods. They can be very stressful. I have to show you guys, I went to a nerd store today. And I have to show you what I got. This precious item in my shelf. Look at this. Look at this bad boy. Ah! I'm obsessed. Nice find. Yes, I saw him in the same nerd store because I went there after my boat trip. I went on a boat trip, so we're gonna do some photo editing today of those photos. And I saw this guy, and I was like, meh. And then the days just went on, and I couldn't get him out of my head. So I had to go back and get him. I haven't seen that in ages. I guess I'm due for a rewatch. It's amazing. I only saw the movie for the first time during this Halloween, and what have I been doing my whole life? It is amazing. I love Tim Curry. I love this character. I love this movie. They actually have a whole set of characters, so maybe I should get like a collection of them. I only have 2 other Funko Pops. Is that what they call it? Funko Pop? Yeah. I only have 2 others. Do I have them here? I have one of them. I have one of them in my nerd shelf. This guy. It's Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. Back when Rick Grimes was cool. And The Walking Dead was cool. Like the early seasons. And I have Jon Snow somewhere. But he knows nothing and I don't know where he is. I have a lot of weird stuff in my nerd shelf. I have another figure from Game of Thrones that you shall see because I have to. Back when Game of Thrones was cool. And it is dusty, but he's still legendary. Look at this guy. Whoa. Ned Stark. And he's so cool. Look at him. I loved him in Game of Thrones. And I can't take him out of the box because I'm scared, because what if one day this one is worth a lot of money? It's not, but I can dream, can I? What else do I have in my nerd shelf? I have a lot of Pokemon figures, but there are too many to take down. Oh, I have a cute little cat. Look. It's Nunu. Well, looks like Nunu. Come on, focus. Focus. Do I have to do this? Yeah! Oh. Yay! Mini Nunu! Do I have anything else cool? No. It's mostly TV shows and games I have in my shelf. He still has his head. Yeah. His role was amazing. Not season 2, but the time we spent with Ned was wonderful. I think I'm gonna unbox Frank, but I just got home, so I just had to show you guys. What are we doing today? We are looking at pictures. Also, we're gonna talk a bit Severance, the TV show, because I am so obsessed with Severance. It's unhealthy and I love it. And if you have not watched Severance, watch it, please. I beg you to watch it. That show is amazing. It's so beautiful. Not seen it? Oh, it's so great. It's on the Apple whatever, Netflix, whatever they're called. The Apple Plus? No. What's it called? Apple, the streaming service that they have. It's 2 seasons. The third one is rumored to release in 2027, so you all got time to see the magic. And to best describe that show is if you have Stanley Kubrick meeting the Portal game, meeting the Backrooms. Yeah, that's probably the best one. And it's so beautifully made. The cinematography in Severance, chef's kiss. And I actually want to show you guys a really cool scene. And I won't spoil it, but it's just so perfect. And I'm not even joking when I'm saying each frame of each episode is so beautifully constructed that you could print it and put it all in an art gallery. I cannot stress this enough. Every single frame is beautiful. And the most insane thing about it all is that it's made or directed by Ben Stiller. Yes, the actor that we know as the actor. And in my mind, I never knew this guy could have such a vision in his head. Because we all know Ben Stiller from, I don't know, Night at the Museum movies and all that. Ben Stiller, yes! The one! And you don't understand it. My mind was like exploded when I realized that was the name. Yes, Night at the Museum, Ben Stiller. And you don't believe it. And when you watch the show, it's such a different world from what we know him from. You're like, nah, it has to be another one with the same name. No, it's him. And it gets even more confusing watching the show. It's not a comedy show. Well, it has like comedic elements, but it's not a comedy show. And it's like science fiction-y. Maybe that's the best way to say it. But I was watching one interview that he did with Adam Scott, who is the main character in that series. And they were talking about the filmmaking behind it. And I had to show my coworker the interview today because I'm like, I have not seen Ben Stiller like this. He nerded the tech stuff, and I was like, what? I know I don't make any sense, but I'm so excited. I love it so much. And I've been thinking way too much about this show. Because it's so beautiful. The cinematography. Oh. I will show you guys, and I won't spoil it, but I will show you guys when they break down a scene, which is amazing. Because I think it falls into like the category of photos that we're gonna edit afterwards. So let's be a bit artsy. Let's see if I can find it.
I always knew...
And not spoil it. this should be it. Let me see if I can get this to work. Let's jump over here and what did I this let's see. Give me 2 seconds. Let's do this. And la 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 la. Please work. I got this to work yesterday or whenever that was. Properties. Here we go. Okay, let me fix it. It's so great, this scene. I hope the audio will work.
Homage to our first Innie shot with Mark in season 1, where we meet him on the inside and he walks through all the hallways to get to MDR. So we thought, why don't we do like a souped up, you know, version of this, running as fast as he can through all the crazy hallways of Lumens. So basically, this is like our Zolly move that we use to show the transition from Innie to Audi or Audi to Innie. If it's Audi to Innie, the camera's zooming out on Adam while it's pushing in to end up with a wider lens image of Adam. If it's going from Innie to Audi, it's starting in on a wider lens and going out and zooming in. So the camera's pushing back, but the lens is getting tighter. This is not something that we invented. Alfred Hitchcock used it in Vertigo. Steven Spielberg, one of the greatest shots in film history, in Jaws. And then what Adam does with his eyes. How do you do that with your eyes?
Wait. Simon! Hello! Welcome to my Severance TED Talk. I am continuing from the server yesterday. We're watching Ben Stiller and Adam Scott breaking down a very cool shot scene and the technology behind it because it's so epic, so I have to expose everybody to this. I'm not it won't spoil. It just hopefully I will sell it to you all.
Roll them back. Right. That was actually your idea. We did a lot of trial and error trying to figure out how exactly to portray this transition from Audi to Innie or vice versa. You had the idea of the eyes maybe rolling back, and that seemed to work, and we just eventually found it.
And there's your change in your sort of physicality from the Innie to the Audi or the Audi to the Innie.
The difference, I guess, between Innie and Audi Mark is where we started was Innie Mark is like 2.5 years old. Audi Mark has kind of the weight of the world on his shoulders and is just in this period of his life where he's sort of more kind of weighed down and
like me.
It doesn't have great posture. Like me too. I have terrible posture. And then Innie Mark is kind of brand new to the world and believes in this company and you know, just is sort of everything's forward thinking.
And every time you would do the transition from Audi Mark to Innie Mark, I'd always kind of like do it myself.
You would?
Yeah, because I realized I have such bad posture.
This one.
There was this piece of equipment called a bolt arm that we had actually experimented with in season 1 to do the severed transition and decided it was too big and kind of cumbersome. And it's a motion control robotic arm that can really do these precise moves with the camera. And it's a very big piece of equipment.
The bolt arm, I had to do research on that piece of equipment when I showed this to my coworker today. I think it's this one. And the price, if you were to buy one, it was $180,000. It's huge. So what they're explaining is they use this for the precise the
Audi
preciseness.
mark to any mark, I'd always kind of like do it
You
myself.
would.
Yeah, because I realized I have such bad
Yeah.
posture.
This. Stop. Stop. Stop.
There is this piece of equipment called
And
the
then
bolt arm that
They
we
continue. Imagine that in. Oh god. That would be so expensive. And it's like a robot, which is the coolest
had actually
thing.
experimented with in season 1 to do the severed transition and decided it was too big and kind of cumbersome. And it's a motion control robotic arm that can really do these precise moves with the camera. And it's a very big piece of equipment, but it has a long arm. And so basically this opening shot on Adam, if I was the base of the bolt arm, I'm here and it has an arm like this and it kind of goes around behind Adam as he walks out and pushes behind him.
It's huge.
Yeah, and it's scary because once it's programmed, you can't really stop it.
Right.
So there are a lot of safety checks you do beforehand. And
Yeah. We had to rehearse it many, many times,
Yeah.
so I knew exactly where to be at any given moment because this thing would just go right through.
Yeah, we don't like to use visual effects too much in the show in terms of creating backgrounds and environments, but we needed to for this shot because of the bolt arm taking up all this space. So really, like everything you see here behind Adam, this is all computer generated. And really, when he comes out, that's all green screen behind him. And then the bolt arm's going around Adam's head here, and then pushing behind him. This is all real. But then here, all of this is all computer generated behind Adam also.
And you did that because you needed that room?
Because the bolt arm is over here, and there's like a big piece of equipment the camera's on. So this all had to be recreated. Now right there is about where the transition happens to the next piece of the shot. So now we're on this sort of pogo stick gimbal that we had a great...
How do they transition from the stationary bolt arm to camera that follows him? I don't think they tell us that precise info, but I think it was the special effects department, because coming up a little later now, they tell us how they do some switches, because this is simply a running scene. Not much is happening, but the way they made it is so fascinating to me. Could you even imagine how scary it would be as an actor to have a robot arm around your head following you? Hi, Jojo. What are we doing? We are listening to me nerding out about a new show called Severance. It is TED Talk. It is so beautiful, though. I'm so engaged and obsessed. They had me not wanting to do it. I had to do a bunch of safety checks. Yes. I would space out too. I'd be like, huh? And then it would, yeah. It would just hit my head. So kudos to this guy for actually finding a way to work with it. But the result from the robot arm, the preciseness of the shots, like they're artificial, but it gives something to the scene. In my opinion, it gives a lot of, I don't know, is substance the right word? Maybe substance. Thank you for the follow, Simon. Thank you. So I guess you like my TED Talk. Oh.
Camera operator who was strong and tall and was running, chasing
And we
you
are,
down the hallway.
Why did you choose that rather than Steadicam?
It's just too hard to run this fast with a Steadicam, because the Steadicam's connected to the waist of the operator on a whole gyroscope arm. It's very cumbersome. So to run full speed, it's easier for camera.
Oh no, I have ads. Wait. Let's do a quick ad break. Woo! Okay, TED Talk is back. TED Talk is back. Where was I? The plot is, it's quite simple. You, there's like a medical procedure that you do, and then it severs your memories and thoughts so that you're kind of split in two people. So you have that person who is at work, and you have that person who is home. And that's the plot. So it's a lot more than an office show that you said, Jojo. It's deep. It's, well, amazing, of course. And I'd say it's art. This series is art. Hey, Salais. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I am nerding about a new TV show I watched. That is what I'm doing. And we are watching a breakdown of a scene from the show Severance. Because I find the scene very fascinating and wonderfully made. And the wildest thing, like, this is Ben Stiller. He is the director of the show, and it's so mind-blowing that this guy can output a show like Severance. Because this is truly unique. 1000% a unique show. You have not seen anything like it. I actually watched another, what was it? Not a breakdown, but it's like a sort of a analysis on somebody else's video. And they said what is unique about this one is a lot of the shows today, the TV shows, they all sort of fall into the same visuals, like in storytelling, and the same kind of angles, the same way you film a scene. But as a viewer, it all looks the same. But this show does not look like anything else. Yes, it might be familiar with an office, but they use the office as how can I explain it? You know, in my brain, the office that they're in is like its own character because it's so fascinating. I don't have Apple TV though. I think you can sign up on the website. I don't think you have to have an Apple product to access it. Maybe they have a trial period or something. I only saw it because I activated a 3 months trial period because I bought a new phone recently. It could be on Prime. Someone told me it was on Hulu as well. So it could be there. But like, I would go out of my way to watch it if I had known about it and somebody told me all of the things that I love about it.
Man, to hold a camera, a lightweight camera on a kind of a stick that he can just literally be running full speed, chasing you. And if it was the opposite, when he's running away from you, then he has to be holding it behind him. So,
and he was going really fast.
Yeah. That's what Jeff Richmond, our editor, called the Superman, where Mark opens up that. And we realized we had to pick a moment,
At some point, I had to unbutton the jacket.
Yeah.
And you were like, just do it on that first straight hallway.
We'll get it over with, because it's going to be a long run.
Yeah.
The 10 or so different pieces of this shot were done across 4 or 5 months, depending on when in the schedule we could fit it in with our specific setup of the hallway sets, because we usually keep all the hallways completely intact. It's almost like you're in a real maze of hallways. Our set is very claustrophobic and weird that way.
You often get lost on your way to set.
When we figured out what the run was going to be, we mapped it out on the sets that we have, sat down with Jessica Lee Gagne, our cinematographer, and Jeremy Hindle, our production designer, and started to think about how we could devise a shot that would take Mark through all these different hallways, this maze of hallways that we've never seen really, the route to wellness. And Jessica and I did overheads of what the different pieces of the run would be. Then we did what we call a previs, which is a sort of like a rudimentary animation of the shot. The visual effects team and us and our cinematographer, everybody, we all break the shot up into as many pieces as we need to complete it. We figure out, okay, for this part of the shot, there's no way we're going to be able to use a real set. We're going to have to pull out, all those walls. Yeah. So we know we can't do that part until we have time to do that. So we'll do that in February. And this part we can do next week because we already have the set.
I always knew something was coming when someone would come up to me and say, wait, what was your favorite color of Gatorade again? And I would just know, like, okay, I guess we're doing some more running tomorrow.
And now we're in POV and he swings around again on the pogo stick, pulling him. Right about here, it's going to transition to this shot. So like this shot and this shot are different. Yeah. But you can't tell because our VFX people made sure to, fill it in between, but also not blur it so it feels like you're not noticing that it's a different shot.
It's impossible to tell. It is impossible to tell that they broke it up because it's so smooth, the whole sequence of this scene. So, well, did I miss something here? First, try 7 days for free by starting a trial in the Apple TV app on your iPhone or any streaming devices. Or, 7 days. You could binge this. The first season has 7 episodes. They're an hour, give or take, each. And the second season has 10 episodes, I believe. And I watched it in like 3 days. Hi, Viva! I'm continuing my TED Talk from this morning. Everybody's listening to my stupid talk about the show. But it's so great. I haven't been inspired by watching something like that in a long time. And it's so great. The beam equipment they used to shoot some of the footage reminds me of the villain in Wally. And it also reminds me of GLaDOS from Portal. I sense a TV show binge incoming. Yes, do it, please. I went in watching this thinking it's probably one of those normal goofy office shows that you'll just watch and forget. And then like the first episode, I didn't even look at my phone once. I'm not even kidding. And usually like I don't have patience for movies anymore because they're too slow, and TV shows, like I'm struggling. But this one I was like, I have to watch more. Yes. And I just kept going. And now this beautiful show lives in my brain. It inspires me. And like my whole analysis part of my brain as a creative person is like flourishing. And I wish I could show my old professor this and we could analyze each scene. It's so great. And Ben Stiller. Like, why is this show not viral? Why is it not as big as, I don't know, the Last of Us TV show or the Fallout TV show or the what Game of Thrones once was? I don't understand it. This show should be on everybody's lips. And afterwards, I have a theory. We're gonna play the trailer. And my theory is I could skip at any point of the trailer and we will be presented with a beautiful piece of art that we could simply screenshot, and we could put it on a canvas and put it in an art gallery. That's how unique this is.
This is all real here, and then the second we come to right here, basically here now, this is all completely CG.
That's right.
Adam's running on a treadmill on a green screen stage with no set whatsoever. So the camera can actually get in front of him, but he's in place running on the treadmill.
And I actually had a harness so I could be running as fast as possible.
To match what you were doing in real life.
And yeah, and also just to not make it look like you're on a treadmill, because on a treadmill you start running at a set pace, but when you're running, even as fast as you can, your pace is constantly changing, and it's a little weird, little uncanny valley thing that a viewer, something would feel off and artificial about it if we hadn't kind of corrected for that.
It's a cool shot.
Now we're back on our bolt arm, and the camera's going to do a crazy spin move
perfect,
around while
guys.
Adam is countering, going the other way to create this sense of just like, you know, where are we?
Now that bolt
whole-
arm, before when I stop and kind of look around, then look the other way as the bolt arms kind of, that took a while, I remember, to really perfect.
Yeah.
And also it really helps just to do it over and over again, because what I wanted to try and do, and what I think we achieved, was with that kind of whip around and looking, and then when I finally kind of whip around and try to launch off and actually start running, it felt like we really wanted some momentum to start happening, and to have me and the camera kind of both be in sync to try and launch off together.
And the speed that this machine on the track had to have, because it's all motion control, which means the computer controls it, to really ramp up to your speed of running, that getting that timing right takes a number of
Took
takes.
a while,
Breaking the shot up into different sections was really important, because once we had conceived of what it was going to be, it was really all about the logistics of getting the shot done.
There's a lot to shoot.
It's like, well, why can't he just be running down, you know, a couple halls and turn around?
You know, guys, it's like not a lot of stuff is happening in this scene. All we see is running, but when he stops, I mean, I got chills down my spine, because you get this sense of dread that something in front of you that we cannot see, it's, oh no, what are we expecting? What is happening? I can see what you meant about the lines yesterday. Oh yeah. Lines it's so aesthetically pleasing. This whole show, they really focus on lines is one thing, but the use of space in a shot, I will show that in the trailer. The way they use the space, but also the space that you don't have to give an emotion. It's hard to explain, but I think I can show you guys.
And then he's there. And we always felt that we really wanted to kick off the season in a way that would be exciting and fun, and kind of give an indication of where we were going for season 2.
It almost felt like a side project to work on as we're making the season. Was all the more rewarding when we finished it. And we kind of had our own little rap party because it was like just a particular, like a group of people broken off from the main crew to come work on this thing. And so when we finally kind of wrapped it up, it was really fun.
Yeah.
Backrooms vibes. Look, lines. We have ceiling lines, we have wall lines, we have the absent of lines, like there should be doors. And it gives the feeling of something is wrong. Something is not right.
There's a guy back there.
Because the environment is so sterile.
It looks kind of
Prison,
like
yeah.
you, but not really. I can't see his face. The basis of this whole story is Mark's emotional.
Okay, I'll stop it. Stop it there. Let's see.
Every time you find yourself here.
So my theory is that, look at this. I just stopped it and we have lines, we have color play, like her clothes are matching the pictures on the wall. It could be a portrait photo. This alone could be a portrait photo because of the composition. And we don't know anything, but the feeling we get from it, she seems cold. She seems like she's a tough person. And like her the placement of her shoulders are matching the pictures in the background. You see, guys? So lines, yes. And now I could probably jump to another one. Look at this. This is a simple scene. We have an enormous space going on. We don't know where we are. We have, the focal point is this guy, obviously. But the way they have built this office building or whatnot, it's giving a brutal feeling to it.
Mark S.
You could even have this on the wall. I mean...
And I have, of my own free accord, elected to undergo the procedure known as severance.
Oh. This, I find this quite interesting with the color in the background because it matches or it complements his suit. And what really is standing out here is his hair, basically. Yes, it feels like 1984. That's another great thing about this TV show, is that it is timeless. The only thing you get to see is they have smartphones. That's basically it. But it's impossible to tell what time was all of this supposed to happen. It almost feels like, you know, this show could be on another planet or something. Let me see if I can find another example. Oh. Look at the buildings back here. Everything is the same. You see? Blue, yeah. And it looks like they copy-pasted all the houses. I don't know about you guys, but that's kind of uncanny for me. Or unnatural, maybe. That's the best word. It's unnatural. This is so... It's one of my favorite things. Like, this is where the office takes place. And I look at the lines. Look at how the road kind of perfectly, symmetrically wraps around this water tower thing. It's gorgeous. And it's empty. Like, there's no traffic here. You're thinking, are people not here? Are they not at work? It doesn't feel natural. And I love it. I love it so much. Let's see. This is... You could even have this on the wall. Just screenshot it and print it out. Look at the placement of them in this room, and they are using the empty space around to give that uncanny feeling, yes. And it gives weird and lines we have. And you're also like, for me, it raises so many questions by just looking at this, because I'm like, why are there no other desks in here? Why are these people the only ones in the shot? Were there supposed to be other people? Other workers? It's not a typical office because we only have these 4 desks. There's a 4th one behind him. I think, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. It almost feels like this is an illusion. He's connected to a machine instead, and this is just some more like the Matrix. Doesn't it? Everything feels like an illusion. Which is so great because the show follows primarily him. And we are dealing with 2 worlds. The inside world, this place, and the outside. And they have carefully, they've been really careful about how to portray the difference visually between those worlds. Let's call it worlds. They even have different lenses, different cameras. They are using, I can't remember what it was, but they're using a very special lens that was able to do really high-res images. I saw it in an interview in here. And then there's another vibe when we're outside, because that's even another lens and another color scheme. Seeing a lot of green in the work world and the blue in the real too. Yeah, actually their inspiration to build the set was a book, I believe, from the 90s that just showed office spaces from the 90s. I can't remember which video it was, but they go through them and they all give the same vibe that we get from this, because that's how it was. The workplace used to be extremely sterile, extremely boring. But those, like in the 90s, if you Google office spaces from the 90s, you'll see or get that eerie feeling as well. And that's what they tried to recreate in here. And I think they did a damn good job. Thank you for the follow, Bitnari Biyul. That's very kind. Thank you. Listening to me yap about this TV show. Hello, hi. Oh, this is a great one. Oh, wait. Look at... We have lines, of course, but the placement of him, he's not in the middle, you see? He has been shifted slightly to the right. What does that mean? It's a little off. We would expect him to be in the middle. We would expect to be more zoomed in on his face. But we're not. Isn't it interesting? And his clothes are really contrasting to the background. It's so nice to see everyone saying hello to our new friend. Scandi friend. Yeah, we are a lot of Scandis in here, I think. Can I see something else cool? This is creepy. But it's so powerful. You could also take a picture of this frame and put it in an art gallery. And like you're sitting there with all these questions. What am I staring at? Why do I look at a bunch of mouths on the wall? But it's impactful and it's beautiful. I can't stress that enough. Let's see if we have... Ooh, that's a good one. Let's see if we can get that frame. This one, guys. Oh. They actually... No lights in the ceiling, only by the walls. The focus is in here. What is he doing? But you can barely see anything happening. And again, the use of space, letting the... what's it called? You let the space do work for you, if that makes sense. Like, you don't feel comfortable watching this frame here. It's really the backrooms feeling. Are you guys having fun, or are you tired of me yapping? I hope you guys are entertained. Keep going. Yes. Let's see if we can get another fancy... Oh, okay. Do they have it here? Ooh, this one. Wait. Oh, look at this. Absolutely not an office one would want to work in. Having fun was really interesting. I will check out the show soon, but unfortunately that was the time I had. Thank you for coming here, Eldar, and I hope you will watch it soon. You won't regret it, I hope. Keep talking. Love hearing you. Oh, look at this one. It's so great. Thanks, we'll keep you posted. Catch you again soon. Can't wait to hear your thoughts. Bye, Eldar. Bye-bye. I really like this one because, again, lines, but she is perfectly centered with this one. It's creepy how centered she is. And this thing, I can't remember what it is, but it's malplaced in my brain, which also is telling me, as a viewer, something bad might happen now. Wouldn't want to piss her off, no. This is Patricia Arquette, by the way, if anybody was wondering. She does a fantastic job in this show. The fact that they kept the sides here like this, again using the space, nothing is happening there, but it's still, for me, almost claustrophobic. A claustrophobic feeling. But we have to go this direction because that's where the lines are pointing. Okay, that's a cool one. Did I show? Yeah, I showed this one. Ooh. Did I show this one? Probably. It's another angle of the desks that we saw earlier. Isn't it something about, you know, all those horror movies and things when you see that ominous chair in the middle of a giant room, but the chair's in the middle of the room? I get that feeling from this. They have so much space around them. It's like I wish there were more desks. I don't think I could work under those conditions. Me neither. It would be too sterile for my taste. Could you imagine being in an office like this day in and day out? I think your brain would explode eventually. It is giving horror. Okay, that was the trailer. I won't spoil more, but now you guys know why I love this show so much. Visually stunning, and it gives your brain something else to chew at instead of all other shows that they all look the same, they feel the same. But now you're presented something that looks different, so like your brain is scratched basically. Like The Shining. I love The Shining. The Shining is one of my most favorite movies because the way they visually present it, it's so different from many other things. I'm certainly interested in this. Yes. My TED Talk is working. Brain successfully scratched. Okay, enough Severance. Now, I wanted to show photos. You guys wanted to see some photos, right? Where are you, Lightroom? Ooh, let's see. Thank you for your TED Talk. I need to run, but I'll for sure pop in again in another stream. Oh, that's okay. Have a lovely evening, Nari. Bit Nari. I hope you liked it. And I hope to see you again. My TED Talk was successful. Photos. So, do you guys, let's see. I did a boat trip recently, and I did a lot of filming, and I did photography. And I was thinking we're gonna look at my photos, and we're gonna try to edit some of them. Not all of them will be great, because it was minus 50 degrees when I was on this boat. And it's not easy to look on an LCD screen when you have the wind destroying your eyes with the cold. But we're going to look at the photos. I also did a film, but I'm editing the film off stream because that would be too distracting for me and probably kind of annoying for you guys. So I'm making that, and I'm doing good progress, and I will put that on YouTube when it's ready. Do you guys want to see first like other photos I've done in the past? I could show a bit if you want. I don't have everything online for everyone to show or to watch yet. I am building a new portfolio site, but it takes a while to set it all correctly. So it will take a while, but I could show you guys. I have posted some photos here and there, but like finding them again on Discord and stuff would be hard. Would love to. Okay, let's see if I can. I'm gonna do the edited photos I've made before. Let's see if I can hide this, go here. Please work. No? Okay. Let me change. Oh, way too big. Oh, no. Let me fix. Wah. Well, it kind of looks weird, but I could do... Wait. Let me... try to make this better. Huh. That's interesting. Why can't you guys see my photos? What? That's so odd. Is that a... What? That's uncanny. Like, I have the photo on full screen, but you guys only see gray? What? Okay, we will figure this out. I will resort to the Google. To stream Lightroom on OBS. Oh, maybe it's the wrong. It's like the sensitive tag in Microsoft Documents. Yes. Why are they censoring my? Why are they censoring? But it's here. You guys see the top and the bottom, and it's hiding my actual photo. Lizzie, thank you for the follow. Good to have you here. I am currently trying to show photos, but Lightroom is trying to tell me that my photos has to be censored or something. So we have to try something else. Let's see. This one maybe. But we are learning as we're doing. Display. Maybe I have to do it like this. Nope. This one. Yes. Whoa, that's way too big. Hold on. Hold on. It does not fit the... Okay, we have to do it like this then. This is really ugly, but look who appeared in my recommended. Oh, it's you, Lisa. Hello. I'm sorry I couldn't tell by your username. Did I show up on recommended? What? That is so cool. Okay. I could have it like this, maybe? Like this? Does this look fine to you guys? It's okay. A very pretty photo. Thank you. So this is from a trip I went to a botanical garden a good while ago. When was that? I don't remember. Does the photo tell me? No? Okay. I went to a botanical garden. And it was a lovely day, and I got sunburned, I think. Was that something else? That was another time. Yeah, that was another time. And I took pictures of flowers with my new camera. Well, I have to stop saying it's a new camera, but it sort of is a new camera because I don't really know everything about it yet. I'm still learning. And I thought I would show you guys a couple of the edited photos I have. Unfortunately, it wasn't, what's it called, blue AI edits, that is? No. Well, it wasn't blooming season or what it's called, so I didn't get a bunch of flowers, but I got some of them. And I think they're cute. This must have been the very first project I did. Look, guys, we have lines. Lines! In case you're wondering, Lisa, I was doing a TED talk on severance before you came in. And I was showing lines, and I like lines. You missed it. It will be on the VOD. Maybe I have to change category though. Is that a thing? Probably. Acht. Maybe this is a better category. And we can let's do this. Okay. I set the art category. Lines. Oh, this is so cute. Look at the tiny little blooming thing. I think I was there for 5 hours that day. Oh, I remember this day because, you know, funny thing is I had this trip planned for this day that I did it. Because Luke said he wouldn't stream that day. And I was like, that's perfect. I can go out and be creative and cool and all that. And what happens? The bastard goes live on Twitch while I was in a bush. So that was really fun. So then I had to multitask looking at his stream on my phone and take photos. You remember? And I was like, look, I'm in the bush. Don't go online. But it was fun. It was really fun. And then I couldn't find my car. That was the funniest part when I was headed home. I couldn't find my car. I like the lines that I did in this edit. The white lines. And this one was mystical. It's giving Lord of the Rings in my head. And like I was picturing in my brain little elves running around. I think you guys like my photos. That makes me really happy. And this botanical garden was right next to the ocean. So this is the ocean. Right here. And I really like the texture here. The seaweed and the water and the play between land and the water covering this side. Norway is a gorgeous country. I agree. This one is really cute because you don't see him, but there's a tiny little spider over there. And I hate spiders, but the framing was so perfect. Tiny little spider. He was just chilling. Not attacking me, thankfully. And it was so weird. This plant, I was walking... Yeah, I was walking back from the ocean. And this plant was just randomly right there in a swamp. And all around it, there was nothing. I think I have the original photos. I took 678 photos that day. Did I get one that shows the surroundings? This is the name, by the way, Skunkkalla. It is a swamp plant. It sends out a special smell that attracts certain bugs, and then it pollinates. It does sound Swedish. Maybe it is. This one is kind of eerie. It looked like the whole tree was dead, but the leaves were white. Must be Swedish if it smells. You're making me want to start doing photography again. Do it! Be inspired. Do it. I have not been doing it for so long, and now I'm finally inspired, so do it. Magnolia tree. Viva knows her trees. I'm like, oh, that's a cool tree. And then I want to walk. Oh, this is pretty. They almost look soft, the petals on this plant. Feels like it could be silk, maybe, even. Like fabric, yeah. I think this is the same one as the other photo, actually. This one doesn't even look real, basically. Looks painted almost. Like the leaves, no, the petals, they look painted. They were so tiny, they were like this big. And I think those are forget-me-nots. Small, yeah. So small. And they were like right next to the road, so there were a ton of tourists walking by, and I was just playing in the dirt. Snepryd. That could be it. Oh yeah, I think you're right. It must be. Those little guys. Nice. 10 points to Anna. And 10 points to Viva for the tree. Because points is apparently something we're doing. That I just found out right now. I think this is, what's it called in English? Påskelilja. I don't know the English word. We call them Easter lilies? Maybe? I think so. They're really pretty. Daffodils. Yeah. There they are. We are nature nerds. I am not, so yep. This is cool. Lines. We have lines going in there, and it's timeless, and it looks like it's from 1800s, and makes your imagination run wild about back in the day when they pulled out boats. I really like this one. Could also be a pinselilja. That is true. Lines. No wonder you like Severance. I've always liked lines. To be completely honest with everybody. It's just so pleasing to the eye when things are symmetrical. This one is my banner. You've probably seen on my channel. I took this photo. I did it. I didn't find it on the internet or anything. I took it. My creation. And I love the colors in this one. And there's even a tiny little fly up here. Little guy. Or a bug. Pinsellinja are more muted Yellowstone compared to the Påskelilja. Yeah, they were not screaming yellow, the ones over here. They have white petals. There were yellow ones as well, but they were kind of boring to me, so I didn't take any photos. But we have this one, and this is from the same tree. And I really liked the circle effect I got in the background. And it kind of gives that, is it real, is it not, kind of feeling. This one is cool. This is a tree. And I was so fascinated by the lines. But the pretty lines and the texture of this tree was amazing. And I just stood there touching it and loving it and taking photos of it. Lines. Something tells me that the lines sentence will follow me until my grave. The lines. But they're lovely lines. They're beautiful. Your eyes just love them. Oh. Here is another lily, or påskelilje, or pinselilje. We love the lights. And this little guy. I like this plant. Silly lily. That's a new nickname I haven't heard. Silly Lilja. Lilja. New flower just dropped. Flower lore. But yeah, this was my trip to the botanical garden. The day Luke said he wouldn't stream, and he did anyway, so I had to multitask. So, what is interesting is I took 678 photos from this trip, but only 26 of them I was happy with. So that means take 1 billion photos if you must. One of them will be pretty. I promise. At least one of them. That is my mantra. And another trip I did. The audacity of Luke. It's so Luke, though. That's typically him. I went on a mountain hike. When was that? Cannot remember. On this mountain hike, I took 281 photos, but only 40 of them I edited. So I guess that's the life of a photographer. You take 1 billion photos, but you hope that at least one of them look great. It was really early in the morning, so there was a lot of dew on the plants, which was really interesting. And I saw a lot of spider webs. I've never seen so many spider webs in my life. And I have ads now, by the way. So ad break, woohoo! Hello, I'm back. Hey, Nene. Come here. Yeah, come here. Come here, Nene. I have a cat here. Yeah. Here she is. Oh, yeah. It is Nunu. Yes, Simon. The queen has arrived. Oh, she was in my bed and I went to cuddle her and now she followed me. Shiny black cat. She's the best. Okay. She's in my lap right now. But yeah, this is from my mountain hike a while ago. Look, this is the spider webs I talked about. There were, I'm not even kidding, like a billion of them everywhere. And it was so creepy. But I didn't see the spiders. I just saw the webs because of the dew on them that morning. It was really special. I don't know if I got any other photos of them. Dew is pretty. But now I'm scared to go outside in the grass. Because is there actually 3 billion spider webs at all times out there? Who knows? This is a cute mushroom. They look like Super Mario mushrooms. We don't want to know. Nope, me neither. This was interesting. This was what's it called? A cable wire? Because right behind me in this photo was a hut far up in the forest. So I think they used this to pull up like stuff they bought, like food and all those things. It was really steep. But now it just looks abandoned. Fluesvamp, ja. Fluesopp på norsk. Fluesopp. I really do like to study nature because you can see, like, your mind makes up a pattern like this one. I remember looking at the water falling down. This tiny little waterfall. And it was really magical, this whole place. I really like this photo. The sky, the color was so intense, the blue. I didn't really edit this one much. Oh, and I got some friends. But they looked kind of spooky. I think they were mad and I didn't want to get killed, so I tried to avoid them as much as possible. Lines in the sky, Anna knows it. Yes. Some more sheep friends over here. This is a great one. It was at the top of the mountain. Gorgeous place. And I actually got to walk all the way over here. And I sat over here eating my lunch. As you can see shamelessly on my selfies down here. I had to prove to myself that I could be here. Look, more friends. This one was cool. It looks like a cross on top here. And the clouds, they look like wool. The clouds don't look real in any shape or form, especially on this side. It all looks like texture. Jesus Christ be praised. Yes. There was this tiny little dragonfly who became my friend, and we can see him there. Looks like images straight out of a video game or something in the best of ways. Like Earth is truly amazing. It's about capturing that, I think. That's why I like taking photos of nature. More friends over there. Sheep. We can skip my selfies. This one is slightly crooked. I'm just gonna pretend I don't see it. It would be so nice to have like a canoe or something and just paddle around and around and around. Oh, a fly. There is a fly. I like that you can see the rocks under the water. It gives a really rustic texture. Bye, Nunu. She left. Oh, I have chocolate. God, I have to eat my chocolate. ASMR. The dragonfly. He was not easy to take a photo of. And if I zoom in, everything turns into... Yeah, it's not pretty. But from here, the color stands out. And this guy, he followed me for a while. And he was very interested in me eating. Probably wanted my food. Pretty creature. Right? Some more sheep. There was a lot of sheep on this mountain. Lines. I found a river. I had to take a photo of this because it was funny. It says grave in English, and it's pointing that way. In Norwegian, grave means digging. But in English, grave is that way. This way to die, and it looks like death over here. This way to grave. Welcome to your grave. Step right ahead. I mean, doesn't it look like death over here with all the bushes and trees and chaos? I couldn't tell what this was though. Probably a question mark or an exclamation mark. But it was funny. Now this is cool because all the way out here, the tiniest line that you can see, that is the North Sea. You can see all the way out. It opens up over here. It's really cool. The North Sea. Then you have like a billion fjords and stuff going inwards. But that's it. There's nothing beyond here. It's what would be on the other end? It would be America or Canada, to be honest. It's kind of wild to think about. Cool flower. It looks like wool, actually. And then we have a tree that has tiny little Santas, tomter, Nisse. End of the earth for flat earth people. Yes. You could sail out and fall down. And this sign says, here lives Balder, the brown one, Gorm, the green one, Lauk, the lila, and many more. So I guess there's like a kindergarten or a school that has made this tiny little cute place. Yes. There are some more of them, but it was really hard to take photos of them, so I just did these ones. Oh, and I did take one photo of myself. I have to show it. I have to be shameless, guys. This is kind of poetic. I feel like I fit in with the color scheme of the dark. So yes, I'm a little shameless. I liked it. And then the last one, before we look at the boat photos, I went on a famous mountain called Ulriken. This photo is not well, but it shows how steep this hike is. You basically start the hike down here somewhere and you walk all the way straight up. And it's really hard on your legs. Your legs will die. But it's good exercise. See, there are stone stairs. Those are actually fairly new. I think it was back in like 10 years ago they built the stones. Correct me if I'm wrong, if anyone knows, but yeah. They're Sherpa stair. Is that what it's called? Sherpa stairs? I think so. But it's beautiful because you can look all over town, and that's another mountain you can hike up on. That is actually the line that we saw from the other photo. The ocean should be straight out here, in the back of this area. And it's so pretty. Good exercise. You will die. What? You'll die from this? Not raining in Bergen, is that possible? It was a rare day. I think it was the last summer or sunny day we had, and then we had rain for like 3 weeks after this day. So I was lucky. But it's cool because you can take a cable car up and down if you want. And this radio tower, in the evening and during the nighttime, they have RGB lights going. So it's kind of cool. And I can see it every morning driving to work. And I live far away. But I grew up in this area, so I'm very familiar with this place. And it's so cool. I will film it once when I see the RGB light. I'll try to film it. They had it for years and then it broke, I think, but they fixed it again, so it's working. There's a ton of paragliders. They jump off from this mountain. I agree, it's very beautiful in the dark. It's so cool. You can see, like, there's an oil rig over there. You can see really far. I was so lucky with the weather. And this is from the other side. That is also a mountain you can climb to. You can actually walk across this whole area and go over there, but it takes a few hours, I think, or an hour maybe. I haven't done that yet. But you can walk up on this mountain. That's very popular. You walk up this mountain or take the cable car, and then you hike all the way around. Down here there's water, I believe, so you can't really cross. But you can go all the way around the mountain. And you end up here, and you can take a cable car down again on the other side. Also known as Fløibanen. Mongstad. Could be. Or is it... No, it's Sotra, is it not? Askøy? No. One of them. I can't remember. Whoop, I skipped ahead. This is the radio tower up close. They even have like a restaurant area, and there's an actual restaurant that is open every day up here. So a lot of people, I saw a lot of old people taking the cable car up and going to the restaurant and eat, and then they take it down again. Ooh, this is a nice one. The fog all the way here. Oh. That's the cable car that you can take. There has been accidents with this one in the past, but this one should be so safe that I don't think anything will fall down. But it has happened that one of these fell down many years ago. Oh dear. Mhm. It's a really cool mountain. I like it. And there are all sorts of hikes you can do from here. I'm not sure which one it is, but one of those mountains is where I did uh, the other hike. Well, on the back side of it. So I think it might be the back of this one, the other mountain hike I did, which is really cool. Cool, cool. La, la, la. I don't know where he's going, but I like this one. Just having a little sit. Mm. But it looks like he could fall down. It was pretty steep over there. It's more steep than the photo is showing. Mm. This is from the restaurant area on the other side of the cable car. So there's like a restaurant back here that you could eat dinner, and they have a kiosk and all sorts of things. Here's the cable car, the other one coming up. And fun fact, this is a hospital. At the bottom, this is a hospital. This is the station from when you take the cable car down. So my knees were done, so I took the cable car down again. I couldn't walk down. But this wheel, this big red thing, is apparently the very first edition of this cable car system. From many, 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 many years ago, this is what ran the cable cars. This little thing with a wire on it. And that does not feel safe. But they kept it, and I like that. That they kept this one. But I don't think I would take the cable car if you knew this is the only thing keeping you up in the sky. That would scare me. This is one of the old cable cars. This one, and there's a red one on top of the mountain, which they sell ice cream there, and down here they use it as a ticket office. But I remember when I was a kid, and these were the cable cars going up and down. I remember it very vividly. Because where I grew up, I had family nearby, very close to this area, and we could watch them every day, going up and down from the window at my family's place. So we went from this to this. How many people could you fit in the other one? Maybe 10. Remember also, people had a lot of equipment with them back then and now. They take skis with them up and such to ski either inwards on the mountain or even down. Could you imagine these in the winter? With like 10 people with all that equipment. This one, it rooms like 30 people, I believe. 20, 30 people. But the other one, super small. Super duper small. And I took a photo between two hospital buildings. Lines, people, lines. But I like it because it's such a nice contrast. You have this beautiful new building on the right with all the lines, with a more modern architecture. And then on the other side, it has the brutal communism vibe to it, to the whole thing. Super old, but this building is super old. I think they're scheduled to restore it or rebuild it or something, but it's a nice contrast, isn't it? And the sun is hitting the new modern era, and the shadow is looming over the old communism building. That's the best way I can explain this architecture. Communism. But it has that brutal feeling to it, like it's its own style, I believe. And then you have la di da di da, happy, happy over here, and blah over there. Brutalist communist architecture. Exactly. And then you just have this tiny little walkway between them, connecting. Some street art on my way down. This one is eerie, especially with one half face over there and just a little bit over here. It was so cool, I had to take a photo of it. I had to do it. I could not avoid it. Anyway, that was my other mountain hike. Boat pictures! Yay! I went on a boat. So, I have not edited anything. So we have 428 photos. Let me tell you guys, when you film and take photos with the same camera, it's kind of complicated switching from the photo mode to camera mode all the time, but I somehow did it with no help. And I was thinking every photo I took was a hit or miss. Boat stream. Boat stream. More like a boat photo trip, but yes. It was so cold, guys. I couldn't stream. I could maybe stream in the summer, but I swear to you, I thought my fingers would fall off. I thought my face would fall off. There were actually people on this boat who had like zero clothes on them, basically. They had a thin wool coat and they only had, I don't know, jeans on them. And I was looking at them and I'm like, how are you not freezing to death? It is so cold. I had a thick, what's it called? I had a thick jacket on, which was, it has, what's it called? Dunjakke. Help me. Dunjakke. It's not real dune, but like feather. It has feathers, but not feathers. You know what I mean. Good night, Viva. See ya. Good night. And then I had my skiing pants on. I don't know what that is in English either. My brain is not Englishing today. Sorry. But I had so many down jacket. That probably makes sense. I had my skiing pants on. I had winter boots. I had a scarf and another scarf inside the scarf. And I had a hat. And these people were like, oh, we're wearing jeans. It feels like minus 50 degrees. What are you doing? my issue was my fingers because I had the wrong mittens on. So it was not easy. Nothing was easy. Now, the way I have photos taken, it's a RAW file and it's a JPEG. So we'll just do the JPEGs because they're slightly prettier to look at. This is a nice one, actually. I like it. We could probably bring the exposure down. Now, I am no, that's not pretty. I'm no expert in editing. My style is pretty much slide on everything you find and see if the end result gets better. So I could never be a teacher in this. It's nice. Maybe it looks even cooler on the RAW file because we can do this. The highlights are probably a bit high. We don't have to do much with this one. Can keep it. There's a lot of white. My preferred method too. I might be a geek, but I'm not so geek I could talk my way through editing a photo. I can talk my way editing a movie, but I cannot talk my way editing a photo because that's just what looks nice, we'll go for it. I like this. What if we do this and intensify the white slightly? I like that. Right, folks, I have to take my leave to love the tent. I'm glad you loved it. Have a good night, Simon. Or Simon. Thank you for coming tonight. Detail. Effects. What is this? Ooh, no. That broke my eyes a bit. Wait, we could have it here, maybe? Some people might find editing photos really boring to watch, and I understand, so. But this is what I'm going to be doing for a little while. But I'm going to do another photo editing stream because, as I said, we have 428 photos to look at. Not all of them are trash, I promise. But there will be a lot of trash. Let's be completely honest about that. I think this is sweet. We can add it to the edited one. Could you imagine living in one of these houses by the ocean? Oh man, it had to be like super rich people living here. Or they bought this piece of land in the 60s for next to nothing, and now they can be billionaires when they sell it. Because back then it wasn't worth as much. Whoa, look at that house. What? That's fascinating. There is one thing I wish we could do in this country, and that is the architecture of places like this and cities. Like, stick to a certain style to give it a wholeness. Because when you look at this, you see, this is a fine house. It's a slightly older style. This is probably fine too. And then you have whatever that thing in the middle here is. Is that a... Why? Wouldn't it be natural to keep a more, I don't know, humane style? Not the modern, like this one over here as well. I don't like it when they do it because it breaks up everything and it doesn't fit in. It's a mix of everything. Yes, and I feel like cities are like this as well. They make new buildings in cities, and you have like really old cities with wonderful, I don't know, wooden buildings and such, and suddenly you get this. Why? It's ugly. Why did they approve of it? I don't understand. Anyway, that's a slight rant, but it annoys me. It really annoys me. Look at me trying to take a photo of the water that failed. Bubbles. I think I have nicer ones later. Ah, I hate when there's like reflections. What is this? A boat? Ooh, that's cool. Is that a... Oh yeah. Antennas? I don't like this thing. So we'll skip it for now. I can fix that probably in Photoshop, but... Oh, of course I had to get the reflection of the person sitting in the chair in front of me. On the boat. Don't even get me started on it. I could have a whole TED talk about modern architecture ruining landscapes in old cities. Yes, Anna. Yes, you know it. And I don't understand why they approve of it. Like, you have to... Those plans has to be approven. Who the fuck approves it? They could reject them and say, no, you have to follow a more vintage style or whatever is the most dominant in the area you want to build something. But no. That is a cool mountain. But I have stupid reflections. Of course. Exactly. Yes. So note to self, don't take photos through the window. Oh, that's a bird! Maybe I thought I could take a photo of the bird, but I clearly failed, so that didn't work. I promise some photos will be nice. We just have to find them. I look like such an idiot going through these photos. But I have to remind myself, I'm still learning my new camera. Everything is different on it, and there's different environments to learn from. Oh, that is overexposed. Ooh. That was terrible. Can it even be salvaged? Ah. Wait. Okay, it can be. Damn. No, it's like you said, out of 500 photos, you may only get like 20, 40 good ones. And I'm aiming for at least one. That is always my goal. At least one. This is a church, I think they said. Some sort of church. Right by the ocean. Let's put this over in the edited one. Because then we can work on it later. Ooh, what is this? I don't know. It's nice to chill too. Inspired me to finally pick up drawing again after a couple months break. Oh, that makes me happy. And at the same time, like a boat tour experience, yes. We like inspiration here. Because all we have to do is do it, right? Do the creative things. And it's not easy. It is so not easy. It's hard, actually. Huh. This is an interesting one. Yes, I have the reflection of ocean water from the window. It kind of gives it a fancy vibe, doesn't it? Kind of like it, actually. It's so nice when people get to be creative. I agree. And it gives value. That is important. It is important to do something that gives value to yourself. It's like that what scratches your brain kind of thing. I like to think of it. By doing this project, the boat project, I felt like my brain was being scratched in the right places. And then I know I'm doing something that is valuable to me and my well-being. And I've said it before, I have not had a good fall this year. It has been trash, mostly all of it, and I'm still navigating through a lot. But you know, sometimes you just have to do, you have to focus to do the things that makes you happy. And if you don't do things that make you happy, then of course you're gonna be sad. You will be sad. And if you're a creative person, even if it's frustrating to make something or you don't get it right or anything, the process itself, at least for me, I feel it fuels me. It's hard to explain. I feel you. Choosing happiness is so important. Many years ago, I got into some issues and I had a doctor and he knew how to ask me the correct questions. Because a lot of what I was struggling with was things outside of my control. Many years ago. This is many years ago. And because I was so focused on all those bad things going on, I never looked at myself thinking I need to do something for me. I have to stop, do stuff for everyone else, and actually put myself in the middle. And my doctor, he put me on sick leave for a week, and he gave me a task. He said, this week, you are not doing anything for anyone for any reason whatsoever, and you will tell this to the people around you. And the only thing you are going to do during this week of sick leave is to do things that makes me happy. Is it drawing? Is it taking photos? Is it playing games? Is it even watching a TV show, watching a movie, walking, hiking? As long as it triggered happiness in me, I had to do it. Like, that was the doctor's note. And that has stuck with me for many years since then. And sometimes I do forget about it. And then I remind myself I have to remember what this doctor told me. Because I came out of that week almost like a new person. I got my energy back. I managed to handle things better around me with the things that was outside of my control. And, you know, I got the happiness back. So the doctor's note about doing something for a whole week that is only for you, nobody else, it helped. These streams make me happy and getting me through some rough times. Oh, Anna, I'm so glad to have you, Jojo. It was an amazing doctor. And the fun thing is, I have never seen the doctor since then because he was just a substitute for another doctor. Because my real doctor went away for a year. Randomly. But what he told me was so important. And I can be better at reminding myself what he told me. And now I told you guys. You have to choose to do things for yourself that gives value to you. And we have to do our best to live by it. And we're gonna fail. We're all gonna fail at all times. I failed a big time this fall. But I'm going back on track. Slowly. And this is a part of it. This is a part of my healing process. Going back into the creative world, take photos, fail at taking photos, experience things. This boat trip I went on alone. I did ask a friend, but I didn't hear from the friend, so I went alone. I thought, fuck it, I am going anyways. Because why should I have to wait for everyone else to do things that is fun when I can do them alone? Yes, you get anxiety, things are weird. You know, you feel safer with another person, of course. But the value I got back, it's just beyond all those things. Yes, it might be weird when you're standing on a boat trying to take photos, you don't know anybody around you. But afterwards, I went on a boat trip. I saw nature. I saw fjords I haven't seen before. And it was a small adventure for me. I feel a bit preachy now, but it meant a lot to do this trip. This random Wednesday I did it. Let's put this into edited because I like it. Ocean. Yeah, like they're not. We have lines, it's just not aligned. Oh, you know what's cool here? The contrast between the snowy mountains and down here. It's green. Luke has, not gonna lie, helped a lot with feeling less self-conscious about these things, like traveling alone or doing things that may not everyone does. I agree. Luke has been a massive inspiration for me as well, to do things that you normally don't do, like break out of the comfort zone. I really love Luke. I love his, what's it called? His approach to the creative, because he does a little of everything. He's a filmmaker, he's an actor, he's a voice actor, performer. But he does things on his own, which has always been my approach since I was a student way back. Do a little bit of everything. I like learning new things, new functions, new programs. Like, I would go insane if all I did was photo editing all day. But if I can do graphic design, or I can film, I can make advertisements, I can code a website, I can, I don't know, write a script. That has always been my approach. A little bit of everything. I'm not an expert in anything. And my bachelor's degree is actually reflected the same. My bachelor's degree is called Integrated Multimedia, which was basically do a little of everything. And that's why I like Luke, because he has the same, I don't know, work ethic, but he has the same drive to learn himself and do a little bit of everything. And I rarely see that. I don't see many others do it like that. And I guess that's why I feel very blessed to have found this Luke guy randomly on Twitch back in March. And he's a good filmmaker. His style of filming, I like his Wex movies. His reviews are reflected. His thoughts, they're very valuable to me and inspirational. And it helped me going back to who I used to be. I used to be a creative person, but it all died when I didn't get a job in this area. And now I'm in boring IT. I don't get that creative side of me. I don't get to use it much. So with the years it died. But now I want it back. I want to continue where I was back then. And I feel like I'm doing it now, making my own little projects, like this boat trip, like my hikes. I like nature, I like taking photos of nature, so I can just combine it all and do it all. And he does those things too, even if he isn't a master at everything. Exactly, he does them. And he's not afraid to do them either. And I love that about him. It's so refreshing to see somebody have that approach to the creative world. The internet is full enough with people who are experts in their area, people who are experts in movie making, but they don't know how to make a logo. Or you're an expert at making logos, but you don't know how to take a photo at all. That isn't interesting to me when people are so, what do you call it? Specialized. When it's fun to do everything. That's what I'm trying to say. So I'm not claiming to be an expert in anything. I just know a little bit of everything. And that is, quite frankly, enough for me to make it stay interesting. Oh, I wish I didn't have the reflections on this. Look at this. Oh, majestic. Majestic mountain. We have ads in 1 minute. 1 minute. We're getting to the better photos though. Like this one. That's a cool one. Okay, we're gonna do probably the last ad break for this evening for 3 minutes, and then we'll look through a few more photos, and then I have to end it for tonight. So BRB guys, 3 minutes, yay, BRB. I'm back. Hello. Did you miss me? Probably not. Yeah. But yeah, we're getting to the better photos. There were some pretty nice mountains. Ooh, that looks cool. Hello. This one has potential. Let's put it in the other folder. We have to fine tune them. So I have like an edited folder where I move or copy the photos over. So it's easier to keep track of them. I do know though, there is one photo I have upcoming that is going to blow your minds because it blew my mind. This is nice. You know, I always like places like this. Like you study, like somebody lives there, and then my brain goes, "How do you drive there? Where do you drive to go there? Where do they buy food? Where's the nearest, you know, anything?" And then I often go on the maps and I check it out, and then I'm like dreaming of driving there once. There are some. Let's see. Like this. Is that a farm? Do people live there now? What is this? What is inside this thing? How old is it? Can I go there? That must be a cabin of some sort. Look, they can swim. Oh, that would be kind of scary, actually. Yeah, that would be scary. But they can swim. And there are cool mountains. Oh, this is a swan. He was not easy to take a photo of, but I tried. It's a cool swan. Go and knock, yes. Hello, my name is Silje. Can I just come here and look around, please? Thank you. Bye bye. Why? No reason. Like, what is this thing? It's so random. Is it a... No, you can't jump out from here into the ocean. You would fall down here and die. It looks old. Like, what is it? I'm Silje Lilje. Where do you buy food? I need answers. Please tell me. Where do you buy food? Is it far? Do you have to go there once a month? Is it that far? Is it... What is it? And what is this? I need answers. How do you even get there? I've seen some documentaries made about people living in remote places like that. It's always so interesting to see how they manage. Yes, we have a whole TV series about that as well. That has gone for seasons, about seasons. There's a ton of those places in Norway. With people just living way far away from everything. I wish I knew what this was. Like, I can't tell. How do you can't dock a boat. You can't climb. I guess I will never know. Fine. Ooh. It is terribly overexposed, but what a majestic mountain nonetheless. Right. Oh, now it's easier to see what we are looking at. A toilet, maybe? It could be. I wish they had a sign that could tell us what it is. I think that is the one I watched actually. It was set in Norway. That could be it. It's called Where You Don't Think Anyone Would Live or something. Something in that area in English. Yes, that's the one. One of those episodes are actually recorded not too far from where I grew up as a kid, which is kind of cool. Well, there are actually maybe 2 episodes. Yeah, probably 2 episodes. But it's interesting. That's the one. Let's put this in the edited. Ah, this is gonna be nice. I thought it would be nicer. Okay. Not the worst, not the best. Can we? We can. Can see. It's a bit nicer. Yeah. Ooh. Well, that's actually kind of cool if we do it like this. Yeah. Keep it like this and put it over there. It's nice. We have lines. Oh, what's kind of cool is this one lines up perfectly with the mountain and ocean back there. Oh, I like that. I like it. Let's see if we can breathe some magic into this one. Not that. No. Maybe. Not. Oh, we could do clarity. Yes. Because now we have texture that is standing out over here. The light is really good too. Yeah. We managed to save the overexposed area that was in here. What if we put on a vignette on this one? Will it be not that much? Slightly. Yeah. Optics. No. Lens blur. Ooh. I didn't mean to do that. What happens if I click apply here? Nothing. Oh, wait. Now I'm just pressing buttons. Whoa! Oh, that's weird. My eyes. Bokeh boost. You can add. Oh, that's interesting. Blur amount. Oh my god, my eyes. Ah! Yeah, we're gonna turn it off. It broke my eyes. Let's just keep it this way. I'm so used to old Lightroom. We didn't have this fancy thing called lens blur in this way back in the day. Oh, now I sound old. That's fine. It is fine. Ooh, majestic mountains, but people are in the way, of course. Yes. Oh, this would be so great if they weren't here. Then this would be supreme. Oh. But I can't remove those people, so it is what it is. Is it good? Yeah, it's a lot easier to navigate for photo editing than Photoshop. You can do most things in Photoshop as well, but I find it more of a hassle than helpful in a lot of ways. So I choose to do photo editing in Lightroom and everything else in Photoshop and other programs like it. Oh, this is a nice one though. But this is ruining, the people are ruining the scenery. Look at how the sun is hitting the mountains. It's perfect. Oh. This could also be great if I had no people here. Can you imagine people on a boat with me? It should have been me alone. Know what's nice on the boat? When we were on our way back, I asked if I could buy coffee. And this guy, he was the one who checked my name off the list while we were boarding the boat. And he remembered my name. And then he said, no, just take the coffee for free. Oh, by the way, here's the captain. Meet him. And my first instinct was to say, so nobody's driving the boat? And the captain was like, oh shit. I felt so stupid. I'm terrible at small talk, so I just say stuff like that. Oh god. I have a cat looking at me, guys. Yeah. Here she is. It was lovely. It was very kind of him to remember my name and give me free coffee. The other ones had to pay. I know because I watched them. The queen. Yes, the bestest queen. He's the bestest queen. He's the bestest queen. We have been blessed again. No, Doofy. Doofy. Yeah. Hey, Sophie. Oh, Sophie. Yeah. She's in my lap. Yay. Oh, we have so many photos left. We are getting there. And obviously, I have to do another one of these streams if people like them. Oh, that's a cool mountain. Look at this one. Looks like a boob. I'm being silly. Me trying to take a photo of moving water again and failed because it's blurry. Damn it. Oh. Oh, oh, oh. It has a line. It does have a line. Ooh, look at this line. Ooh, we go down and up. Look, the boat is perfectly symmetrical to the line back here. You see? Now this is a good photo. It is actually super. This is even better, maybe. Even better. Yeah, this is better. Ooh. Could have a little exposure. Now it's not that good, but if we keep it like this. Ooh. The line match even in this one, see? Oh, it's so perfect. I love it. Ooh. Not too dark. We have to see some water. What if we throw clarity on this one? Hey, Nunu. Yeah. She is doing biscuits. Biscuits. Aww. I'm sitting completely still. This is a new way of doing biscuits. She has her other paw on the blanket, and she alternates between grabbing my shirt And to make biscuits. What? Do you guys hear it? She's grabbing my shirt. Yeah. Hi, Dudiba. Yeah. Hi, Bard. Good to see you. Yeah. Oh. She loves her mom. Where are you going? What are your plans now? Okay, no more. No more huggies. Okay. But yes, hello Bard, good evening. I hope you're having a lovely evening. We could do a little bit. Let's keep it like this and throw it over. In the other folder. Let's do it. That's the kind of jacket I was wearing, similar to this one. We're getting closer to the epic photos. Ooh, look at this. Look at that mountain. Oh my god. That's a waterfall over there. Here they are. Not this one. Not this one. I think it's this one. Or yeah, these are the best photos I took because I created a shape, some sort of shape. I had hoped that the reflective mountain would be completely clear, but I see it's not because of the ocean. But it's quite interesting nonetheless. And I remembered these photos especially. I was, mind you, looking at it from like a tiny, super tiny screen, but I knew like, oh, I see shapes. Shapes is good. We have something. Oh, that's trippy if you look at it like this. Ooh. I like it. Tiny huts. Yes, it is pretty. Oh, this is a good one. I really captured like this tiny house over there. This is slightly unbalanced, but we still have the shape. So I still like it. More shape. It's like your eyes don't know what to do when you look at it. Like there's so much happening and at the same time nothing happening, but your eyes is like, oh, what is this? Oh, what is that? Is that a waterfall? Is this water? What is this shape? Why is it dark? That's what I feel at least. I don't know about you guys. Oh, this is cool. Oh, I like this one. Love me some mountains. They're so brutal. Oh. Looking at the texture, it's another waterfall. You know, this could even... The first thought I have is like, is this Minecraft? Because they have a lot of biomes, which is like mountainous and then snowy terrain on top. That is cool. Ooh. Vibes. They are an artwork in itself. And that's probably why this boat trip is so popular with tourists. I'm guessing. Okay, I'm gonna stop there because I have to go make my lunch for tomorrow. It's been a lovely evening. Lovely TED Talk. Forcing you all to listen to my reasoning of why Severance is the best show ever because it's so beautiful. You all know what to do. Go find that show. That is your homework class. Oh, it's been a lovely stream. Lovely hanging out with everyone. I agree. It's been cozy. And the next stream is Wednesday at 19. We're continuing with KCD2 Hardcore. It's going to be fun, and I hope to see you guys there. It will be nice. And I wish you all the greatest night and a blessed evening. Thank you for the stream and the TED Talk and all the cozy vibes. We all be cozy here. That's my goal. And it seems like I'm succeeding based on your guys' feedback. I love it. Okay. Bye bye guys. Bye. Bye.